Dude, you don't look 51. You look about 15 or 20 years older. Friends, Bryan here. Yes, it's me, the 51-year-old who avoids people. I've gotten a lot of questions and statements in my viral video in the comments about people saying, dude, you don't look 51. You look about 15 or 20 years older. Are you okay? So I'm going to answer that. And the answer to that is I started graying. Actually, I started getting gray hair when I was 17. So it must be a genetic component. I have an older brother who's 10 years older than I am. He's been estranged from the family since about 97. So don't know how he's doing, whatever. Life moves on. But he started getting really gray when he was quite young as well. So there's definitely a hereditary component to that. So even in my 20s, when I'd have a beard or goatee, people would be like, man, you got a lot of gray. Is everything okay? So people mean well. I don't take that as a negative by any means. But it's hereditary. And also for my health, I want to tell you guys an interesting kind of personal story. A little over a year ago, I had a heart attack scare. So I was 50 years old. It all started with this little pain in my back that started getting worse and worse to the point it was unbearable. So I had to get rushed to the hospital. And even though I'm not a fan of the Canadian healthcare system, and it took them a while to get going when I got to emergency, it was like 4 or 5 in the morning. I must say they came through for me on that occasion. So I got a bed, they put me in a bed, they doped me up on some good stuff. And then once the doctors and nurses started coming in, they were in a panic. They thought it was a cardiac event. They thought I was having a heart attack. So I don't know how much blood they took out of me. I went for that, what's that scanning thing? It's on the top of my head. I can't remember what it is. A scanning thing. They took a lot of blood. And they must have had that EKG machine on me about 5 times. So I was there for some time. And then finally, later on, the doctor finally came in and he looked at me. He said, Bryan, we're not quite sure what's going on. I wasn't worried about it being a cardiac event because I had been training. I put on a lot of weight during the whole thing in 2022. I got sick with what was going around the world, and I had some problems from it. I put on a lot of weight. So I lost a lot of weight. I was training, eating really clean, doing a lot of cardio, a lot of weight. And I was like, it can't be my heart. I've been working so hard. So he said, Bryan, we have tested your pancreas, your liver, your heart, your lungs, everything. Your heart is in fantastic. Everything is fantastic. You're in amazing shape for 50 years old. He said, we don't know what it is. We might have to send you to the city for more tests. And he stopped and he looked at me, put his hand up to his chin like this. He said, have you been eating a lot of spicy food lately? I said, yeah, I've been really dieting. So when I diet, I use a lot of spicy sauces. There's no calories in them. And he's like, do you have a hernia? And I said, yes, I have a diabetes hernia. That's a story for another day. I think you have really bad acid reflux and the hernia is pushing it towards your back. Huh. So he prescribed me some Panalock and I started drinking apple cider vinegar every day and I started taking digestive enzymes. Then a few weeks, the pain was gone. I'm good. So I'm actually very, very, very healthy. So I hope that answers the question, guys. And I know a lot of you saying it. You know, it is true. I don't blame people for writing that. I would look at me and go, dude, you look older than 51, which I do. But I go to the gym, I take care of myself, and that is the answer to that. Any of you out there, have you guys on the outside aged a little bit prematurely, gone gray early? Similar experiences? Comment below. And guys, I appreciate all the support, all the likes and subscribes. This is Bryan signing off.